We haven't done an Origins yet.
Yeah. Psychonauts Origins.
Origin.
I think at the end of it, maybe Riptor comes through the portal and they have to psychoanalyze the dinosaur's brain.
You pick the most nobody, the War Machine of the MSCU.
No.
Pig.
Me and Matt had a discussion about this. An Arbiter from Halo is the War Machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Exactly. In fact, scrap it. Fuck Riptor. It's Arbiters coming
It's
in.
Arbiter.
Hello, it's Pointy Nose Jim, also known as Astral Fisher, and welcome to the FTR1 podcast. Today, I'm joined by our sponsor, Mr. Jack O.W. Would our sponsor like to say a couple of words?
This time, I'm going to say something completely different.
Great. And my other guest today, noted for such achievements as remembering to hit the record button on time so he didn't have to do this intro twice. It's the Pot. How are you doing?
I'm good. I still haven't sneezed yet, so that's coming.
Yeah, good. Retain that moisture. It's how
Keep it inside.
moisture
where it
is one of
counts.
the things that biological organisms need to survive. Or so I'm told.
That's
Or
true.
maybe that's just the establishment spreading lies.
It is both. It is also
It
the
is both.
establishment.
That's what
Yeah.
I keep
They say
saying.
it, and it's true.
Yeah, terrible. Anyway, as it is the beginning of a new year, as it is our 101st episode, as I am now a cyborg, a lot of things are changing in FTR1. No longer was the old Astral Fisher here. Now Pointy Nose Jim is in. And he's got a point that he
Hope
wants
so.
to spread. And that is that movie studios are shit at making cinematic universes. One of them has
They
achieved
sure are,
it.
huh?
Everyone else has fucking shut their pants. DC is trying to make a second cinematic universe after their first cinematic universe died.
Which was
Is
the
it going to
second one
work?
called?
Well, they say third time's a charm, so I'll wait for the third one.
So what's
I
the
thought-
second one called?
Um,
Or is it just a rehash of the first one? Is it?
I think it's the same name.
It's mostly the same thing.
Yeah.
They're just
The DC.
It's the same thing, just like EastEnders season 2. Don't know why they're calling
It's the same
them.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and I don't know why. Of all times, they've decided now it's time for season 2 in EastEnders, but I don't follow it enough. Maybe something significant happened. Maybe that person who owned the pub come back, in it. I think that's how they talk
Could
on
do.
EastEnders. Yeah, I thought.
because it's set in Leeds.
Do you know one person who always knows what's correct? The internet. I just watched an hour-long video of somebody talking about how Cats' music is shit in the 2019 hit musical Cats. And if one guy on the internet can just sprout their opinions on such, and I'm convinced by it, then I think that we can definitely just say that this is how you make a cinematic universe. And
You just say
it's
it.
correct.
believe it.
So, I think the best thing to do is we'll rely on the model of proven talent, such as the MCU. And also I thought, because TV is all the rage nowadays, it's not a dying format whatsoever, we'll put some TV shows in there as well to go along for our definitely not less important franchises or whatever big overbranching cinematic universe we're making. I've color coded it, so we'll color code it similarly and we'll try and set it up a similar way. To be honest, the format's pretty free flowing today. I've got 3 cocktail sticks that I could pierce into my eye at any time. Anything could happen today.
Keeps on its toes. I like it.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing is what kind of cinematic universe should we be making today, boys? I thought most of the time I come with a fully formed idea. But this time I thought let's throw this Pot and this Jack some creative juices, give him a little bit of freedom to, squeeze them out. And I know that whenever I put him on the spot, he's always got an answer. And even if I put him on the spot now, it'll get him thinking, and then in around about 15 minutes' time, he'll come up with an appropriate answer that we'll end up doing, because that's how he rolls. It's the pot. What are we doing today?
What if we did... We could do classical composers.
Watch him fucking...
No!
Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was a big swing.
It's a big swing. It's a big and ambitious swing, but none of us know enough classical composers or enough interesting stories about classical composers.
I watched that.
It's not what the kids are into these days. You got to think of the Gen Z market.
Wow.
That's your demographic.
Gen
as
Z
always. Bloody Gen Zers.
Gen Z love Peppa Pig, right? So why don't we do like CBeebies cartoons, like Noddy and shit?
Do they still have Noddy? Is that still going?
We could have an Art Attack
I sincerely
TV show.
hope so.
It could all just be a massive ploy to bring back Art Attack. We could put Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, in there.
We need something that already has multiple characters.
CBeebies.
That's just TV shows though, isn't it?
It's already a TV show.
Yeah, it is already. Damn.
Thinking about it, what if we just did the PlayStation 2 mascots?
I think we could do a PlayStation
video
cinematic
game,
universe.
Or even just all the
Actually,
video
no,
games?
PlayStation's
So
not that bad,
I think
because we can fix the worst thing to ever happen to PlayStation in PlayStation All Stars and fix the cast. Get rid of.
I think we say fixing PlayStation All Stars. We want to do another podcast after this one. We'll fix PlayStation All Stars. Because me and Matt have had many discussions about
we're sequel baiting our own podcast in a podcast about
that's fine.
sequel bait.
We can deal with that in a couple hours. Okay, but okay. So Nintendo has the Mario movie coming out, and that will probably spread into the Nintendo Cinematic Universe because Nintendo likes money. Sony are making 6 movies a year now based on video games, or it's 4 movies and 2 TV shows a year. Xbox doesn't have anything, so maybe we
Master Chief.
Do we bring?
It's going to be the new Captain America.
I think Microsoft. It's also the fact that Microsoft, I think, has 1 or 2 big characters, and then we get to. I can get up a list on my end of a load of Microsoft franchises.
There's billions.
There are. I've got the important
just expanding it into.
Yes.
That is essentially how this will feel in the end.
18 franchises. In addition, recently, Microsoft purchased Bethesda. So with the addition of Bethesda, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more franchises. So I have enough.
But all of Bethesda's games don't have actual characters in them. They just have, like, you want to be a lizard boy or a Nordling.
There's a couple.
Hi, my name's Fuss Rodar. Hello everybody, my name is Fuss Rodar Skyrim, and I'm here to be a Viking.
So I think that our Iron Man is going to be Master Chief, and it's going to be Halo. It does have to be Master Chief. It kind of has to be Halo.
And that actually is a useful thing, because he's both a super soldier and gun pointy armor man with little Jarvis girl.
Yeah, it is absolutely the poster boy.
So if
so he'd be called Captain Man or Iron America. Which one? What's better?
Captain Chief.
Captain Chief. Well, we'll have Captain Chief, then we'll have Commander Chief, and then we'll end up with Master Chief.
Rear Admiral Chief.
He has to get his way up to Master Chief.
That'll be the 3rd film. Yeah, okay, that's our trilogy. And unlike MCU, we're going to learn from MCU's mistakes, and we're not going to blow our Iron Man load in the first third of the runtime of this.
I've color-coded our franchises. So if you just want to copy-paste the dark red Iron Man into the first slot, or am I just flicking between 2 sheets for this entire thing and doing it?
No, I can do Iron Man.
Let's see. I've color-coded them. We'll have to come up with some more colors for the TV shows, but
sure, that's fine.
We'll come across that hurdle when we get there.
Yeah. So this is called Captain Chief.
Okay.
Yeah. Captain Chief.
Chief. It's so strong.
Now, the next thing we have is a franchise which gets one movie and then doesn't go anywhere, but is
Are we
actually
doing shot for shot every single one that they
well,
do?
it's
Like the same number.
I think we can definitely play around with when these movies get released, but I think the number of movies we allocate per franchise should match up. Now, in terms of
this is a very important character that only deserved a film once, and it was deemed a mistake.
Now, there's a couple of things I think we could go for here, and one of them is quite a deep cut to the franchise, but I think it's very fulfilling. So, I'm thinking.
Also, Guy, I'm realizing this is the Microsoft Cinematic Universe.
It's the
MCU.
So
don't put the MCU. I want the whole word Microsoft, and then
Micro CU.
Micro CU.
Is Micro CU or Microsoft CU?
The MSC.
So I think
MS.
I think that we have. I think it has to be a rare character as the Incredible Hulk stand-in, and we could go for Conker or Battletoads, but I think the deepest cut would be Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh, you wanna do Banjo Kazooie?
I want to put, and it would be funny if we put. And we'll say
Captain Chief. I like this because this is back in the days when it wasn't even really a cinematic universe. They were just toying with the idea. So it's like we're going to do the two most opposite things possible, see which one people like, and then we're going to go from there.
Yeah.
So Banjo Kazooie.
And people are going to be begging.
Banjo. It's like Banjo and Kazooie Origins.
They were going to put and Kazooie in the sequel, but it never got that far. So it's Banjo. Just Banjo.
Is it a colon film where it's like Banjo, Dawn of?
No, it's Banjo exclamation mark.
Oh, Banjo exclamation! Oh, I love the exclamation mark. That's strong. And already we're on to our first TV show. What do we think?
TV show. So I think for the TV shows, you want to do something alternative. So I'm going to put the more out there stuff in the TV shows, the stuff that.
Oh yeah.
So I think the king of out there has to be Minecraft, and they're gonna pump that boy out as soon as possible. They're gonna chuck Minecraft into it.
I don't think surely Minecraft gets a film, right?
Yeah, we can do that. My other alternative is if they want to have a massive epic story, Age of Empires.
These all feel too big it needs to be more remote.
But Age of Empires doesn't have a character.
It
it's
does
like,
feel like it'd be a slow burner. 7 seasons.
I mean, if you're talking about the size, like we've got the entirety of Bethesda, and we've got quite a few Microsoft franchises in the.
Okay, am I going to have this reaction with every single one where I'm like, that's too big for a TV show?
I think so.
In that case, Age of Empires is good.
I think later on we'll get to, because we also have a couple, because really we've got the big four with Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and Captain America, and then we get to smaller franchises. One of them is Banjo, and then it just gets sidelined. Whereas I think Age of Empires, it's like, there isn't a main character for Age of Empires. I think it works well as a TV show, and we can have a sequel later on for Age of Mythology for that TV show.
A spin-off TV show.
I like that.
TV show
I like
spin-off
that.
Of the universe.
Yeah, and precisely when the MCU starts getting a bit wacky with like Guardians and Doctor Strange, that's when we put in the Age of Mythology.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got what's the name? I feel like. So it's called Age of Empires, but there's got to be something more to it.
I think we could steal one of the colons, so like Forgotten Kingdoms or Age of Conquerors or the
I like Age of Empires colon Age of Empires.
If this is a like couple of seasons long TV show, each season can be coloned with the corresponding, Age of Conquerors or whatever. Age
of Empires, Empires of Ages,
Dawn of a New Empire. Rise of the New
Dawn
Age of Empires,
Rise of Ages,
War of the New
Rise of the Ages of the Empires.
Empires of the Ages. I think we could have. Well, I think Age of Empires is the one thing that I think we could just go with the name of the.
Yeah. Age of Empires, just a colon, nothing else. Film time.
Okay.
Are we doing Are we doing Commander Chief straight here, or? Do we want to do a Thor? Maybe we should get our Thor and our Captain America out in the next two.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so we got our Thor. So Thor. So first off, what are we doing with Bethesda? Because if we're doing Thor, Bethesda's
one of the
Elder
Bethesdas
Scrolls
does need to be
Dragonborn,
one of the main ones. Yeah.
Like the Dragonborn makes sense for Thor.
Yeah, I mean it's a close parallel, but do we want to just or do we want to just go parallel with the MCU, or do we want to?
Well, currently this is where Iron Man 2 would be, so we are already switching
changing up the release.
But in terms of character, we're going
thinking,
character for character.
So if we look at my far right column, I put down the year of release. So we're having 3 movies and a TV show a year. So this was the 3 that they sat down and they were like, these 3 movies and these are the beginning ones, and then we build off these. So I think they might put in there Bethesda, Thor, Dragonborn. It's like, and here's our fantasy show. Where
it's
Age
got to
of
be
Empires
a
is more it's more of a historical.
Yeah,
piece.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we're saying is Elder Scrolls or Dragon Age.
Yeah, it's either that or we go for... But it's either Elder Scrolls or Fallout.
Yeah. It's not Fallout.
It's not Fallout. Fallout is the Ant-Man of the...
Yeah.
We'll save that for later.
Yep. MCU haven't done a post-apocalypse movie yet, really, have they? Right? No. In a way, Endgame.
The other post-apocalypse would be Doom Guy, but I think, like... Doom Guy comes after Halo, doesn't it?
I think logically, I was thinking like Doom Guy is the successor to Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like when Master Chief dies, because he'll die.
Which can be a curveball we put into one of these
literally film 2
movies, which I do have what we're gonna call those. Don't worry, I've thought that one through.
Okay, so it's Elder Scrolls or Dragon Age, but it's probably Elder Scrolls because it's Elder Scrolls.
Dragon Age is owned by BioWare. It's either Elder Scrolls or we go for Fable.
I like Fable.
You like Fable?
I think Fable's a bit of a meme.
I think Bethesda will say that it's with the Spider-Man deal. They got Bethesda halfway through. like at the moment, the film rights for Bethesda were like taken by Legendary.
Sloppy. So we're doing they're making what they're doing what they can with what they have, which is currently just fucking Fable.
Which, to be fair, they're making a new Fable game, and it is a good franchise. It's just they haven't made a Fable in ages, so people have forgotten about it.
Mm. So what's a good name for a Fable film?
I know what one of the sequel. I know what the Winter Soldier equivalent would be, which is the favourite villain for Fable is Jack of Blades. So that's going to be, instead of the Winter Soldier, be the Jack of Blades.
The Jack of the Blades.
Describe Fable to me as a game. What is it you do?
It's relatively generic RPG shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's typical JRPG. Peter Molyneux made it, and he was like, "You see this tree? You can plant can plant a seed at the beginning of the game, and you come back later, and the tree's grown, and the whole village now worships the tree, and it's gonna be the revolution of gaming." And somebody came up, like, "You can't do that. You can't do that. It's too."
His idea was just super interactive. Like, it would like respond to all of your choices.
But the whole world is kind of like the trailer for Fable 4. A fairy is flying through the kingdom, and a frog eats the fairy. So it's kind of like a Shrekky, kind of a more serious Shrek thing, where it's twisted fairy tale.
Yeah, it's that's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
unfortunately,
maybe
I would say what the main character's
never a
name
character.
is, but the main character's canonical
Is
name is the fabled hero, but you can rename it to whatever you want.
Is there like is there like a place where this is like? Is there a name for like the kind of land?
It's
that
called
it's set
Albion, isn't it?
Albion, I can have a look.
Medieval
quickly.
name for England. It's called Albion. Which we could do. We could do Albion.
It's not
Fables.
Ooh. So the names of the series. You have Fable, Fable: The Lost Chapters, Fable 2, and Fable 3, and Fable Anniversary. Are the game names?
Albion.
Or Fable: The Journey is apparently a spin-off that happened. And that's for Connect.
Why don't we just call it like Molyneux's Fable?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like Tom Clancy or something.
Fable: Tales of Albion. Because that's what the website was called.
Tables of Albion.
Yeah.
Tales of Albion.
Ales of... to Fable. Ales of Albion.
Ooh, here we go. Fable: Fragments of the Old Kingdom. Is that too good? That's too good. Okay, I'll reel it back.
It might be too good as well. It's a good one. Like, I don't like it being good.
Fable: The Birth of William Black. Who's William Black? I don't know, but he's on the wiki.
Fable: The Birth of William Black.
William Black.
William Black is
somebody passes the poster and just goes, "Who the fuck is William Black? And why is he on the title?" I don't know who William. I'm reading currently. I don't know whether he's the villain or.
He's getting born. That's
way,
it.
It's the birth. It's set
and
at
he's
the
now
birth
the main
of
character.
William Black.
He's now the main character because it's the only person that the parents are going to notice.
William Black is now 4. We've done it.
Oh my god! Okay, I need to save this link because I've got a banging title for the sequel. I'll save that for when we get around to it. So we've got Captain America. This is the last movie. They're like, we'll have a stopgap in 2022, and then we can bash out we can fast track a sequel of one of these if we need to.
If Iron Man is Captain Master Chief, then who's Captain America? Because he's sort of the same dude rolled into one. I was thinking, okay, Marcus Phoenix, whatever his name is.
Well, we could go for Marcus Phoenix, or we could go for the better character in the franchise, who is Dom. Let's all agree Dom's the best character in Gears of War.
Okay, Gears of Dom.
Gears of Dom. Also, it's diversity because Marcus is just your generic white guy protagonist, whereas Dom, you have his wife. You know, it shows a bit more diversity than all of these male heroes you put in thus far. Okay. You know, it's good. And then we've got a TV show.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't clear enough. It's Gears of Dom: War. Yeah. All caps. Yeah. So, we're on to our next television show. Now, Age of Empires: was probably a bit of a sort of underground success. I don't imagine it was the most popular thing, but I feel like it was a sort of. It was the video game nerds equivalent to Game of Thrones, where they're like, "Oh my god, it's better than Game of Thrones." But
I think it's too soon for season 2.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
They need a year. They need some breathing space. Now, my question is: do you want us to go in a radically different direction?
Please, I beg of you.
We have two holes we can go down. Now, I'm going to do the one that I think is the less exciting out of the two first. The Battletoads.
It's no matter where we put that in, it's going to be a banger. That's our Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now, hang with me, guys. When the Xbox 360 came out and they had the Kinect, what was other than like the Avatar Connect person, what was the main thing? What was the franchise they used to really push that? Had its own game for Connect, and it's a very out there franchise.
You had Connect Adventures,
similar to Bugsnax. Does anyone remember Viva Pinata?
Oh God.
Oh my God, I didn't, and now I do.
Viva
it's going
Pinata. I just think that the fans are like, yeah, they're doing the gritty Xbox franchises. Can't wait for the next TV show. They can't just go, Viva Pinata, boys! Follow the tunicorn and his friends.
You got Fevin Kaigi standing up in room H, giving the big Microsoft Cinematic Universe slate, and it's just like, and it's Viva Pinata. It's just silence. How do you spell pinata? It's a real question.
The N got a squeak.
It's just an A. No eyes. No eyes in the second bit. Thank you. So Viva Pinata. What's a good sort of suffix for this?
I think it needs one. It's Viva Pinata.
What if it's just Viva?
It's Viva Pinata.
It's Viva Pinata. There will not be a sequel, but it will be noted.
This is where we really try and get the kids on board with Viva Pinata.
Yeah. Also, this one's in Spanish. We're really going international, and we're doing it early. Not like MCU, where they think, we'll chuck in Black Panther as the 18th film or something stupid. No, straight on.
Instead of
right away.
I just had a thought of a terrible name.
We're gonna
Spanish only for this one.
In Spanish.
Viva
we're gonna release it in Spanish,
and dub it,
and it'll be dubbed in English.
A year later.
Viva Pinata Española.
Okay. I can't spell Española. Is it? It's just Espanola, right?
Yeah.
So. Okay.
So we've got another movie that we put in before the equivalent of the Avengers.
Is this not Iron Man 2?
So
is this where we pull?
It could be, but we can choose. I feel like we should choose which sequel to go with. Which of these characters needs more of an arc before?
I think
the
it's
team up.
I think it's Admiral Chief.
Or do we do what they really should have done and save all of the sequels for after the team up?
Yeah.
And not blow one of them first.
I'm just thinking, if we want to put in like a female character.
True. Are there any female characters?
There's two really, and one of them's not really been relevant for that for a long time, which is Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark. But I think the one that deserves it is Senua from Hellblade. Because that was a hit when it came out, and they're doing a sequel, and the sequel expanding. And this is.
I think we should make Senua like our like. Well, that's an awkward moment. I was about to try and think of like the mascot female. Yeah, but it isn't though, is it?
But the thing is, Captain Marvel should have come out with how it was set up. It should have come out at the beginning.
Yeah. Years ago. Yeah.
And then I think Senua
we could do a Senua here, and then the team up can be the 5.
Yeah, the 5.
And then we'll do sequels.
And then I think like we'll probably.
So this is technically
we'll give Senua like a TV show later, and then maybe she'll come back at the end. And
our only female character. Bid her off to the TV show.
It's just because we're basing it on Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel ain't got another. She ain't got another slot in there, does she?
She didn't, did she? She didn't get a sequel.
Well, she is getting a sequel. It's just ages.
It's ages.
Yeah, it's ages from relatively where we're putting Senua now.
Yeah.
So I think to keep Senua in the mindscape, we'll pop her into a TV show.
Right, what's the name? Senua.
I think we just call it Hellblade because wasn't it? What was the name called? Hellblade something.
It was called Senua's Sacrifice. It was Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
I think
we do Hellblade Sacrifice.
Can we not? Can it not just be
Hellblade
and then Hellblade 2?
I think Hellblade, and then the TV show can be called Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay, that's cool.
So
team up time.
So team up time. this is very... So first off, we need with the Teen Up movie, we have 2 other characters being introduced with Black Widow and Hawkeye. Okay, so we need a setting where we know what characters are going to be popped in with it. Plus we pop in the other ones. And there is actually a franchise that fits this, because it has had some crossover with other franchises, but it has a massive host of characters we can pull from for other characters.
Is this a fighting game?
It is a fighting game. It's Killer Instinct.
Okay. Oh god, that's our Avengers.
I think
Killer Instinct.
I think Killer Instinct is the Avengers.
Oh, god.
Yeah, it's mainly a fighting game.
I was thinking Minecraft would be the Avengers one. But
I think Minecraft might be our Captain Marvel. That's our big banger at the end. We go, yeah, here it is. Waited all this time, Minecraft. It's finally here, bitch.
We can do anything.
I think Minecraft because Minecraft, that's fine for it's not really a team up though, is it?
No, I get you.
It's its own distinct thing. Whereas Killer Instinct for the DLC, they put in other Microsoft characters, so it makes sense.
It's Killer Instinct. What? Explain briefly the world of Killer Instinct, because I don't really know.
So I've done my research. I can come back at you.
Do it.
Okay. So
hit me.
Distant future. The world has 2 warlords on either side. One idol, another half demon prince. Fighting, throwing armies at each other. A Deus Ex Machina comes in and whisks those 2 away into limbo. So the world's in disarray. Mega corporations rush up, and the chairman of Ultratech sets a competition where the winner gets whatever they want and the loser dies, because it's Killer Instinct. It's metal, yeah. And in 2013, in Season 3, rifts start opening, so fighters from other worlds are able to come in and fight in this tournament.
Awesome.
So that's the general setting. In terms of,
can I just say, I absolutely love your description where you start off with and some Deus Ex Assassin whisks the 2 characters away, and nothing happens. That's not. I know you think that's the fight.
They're the antagonists.
But this is the fight.
They're the antagonists because Ultratech then, in order to stop anyone from redeeming the prize, brings back one of the warlords idol in Killer Instinct 1 and the other warlord in Killer Instinct 2 as the final boss to stop people from winning the prize.
So they're kind of the...
So they don't want anyone to win the prize, but
they
do
don't want
you
anyone
to win the prize.
But they want people to compete.
Okay. What's the kind of world of Killer Instinct?
I think Chris is...
He's dead?
Oh.
Trouble. Just running a diagnostics check.
Is it gonna work?
Is it gonna work?
Is it gonna work?
It's gonna work. It's not gonna work.
There we go. What was the last thing you heard? Oh.
It can't go well, Matt. That's not
not
allowed. That's ridiculous. It would be foolish to let it go well.
If one of us...
Then something bad would happen. You never know.
There he is.
Ah, there we go. Love it whenever you do a diagnostic check on your computer and it shits such a brick that it suddenly goes, No, I was working the entire time! The internet was fine! That's basically what happened. It just shits a brick and just goes, No, it was fine, I was fine, I just went to sleep for a bit.
Don't touch it, Mum. It was fine the way I had it.
Yeah. So I think Jack of Blades from Fable is probably... People like Jack of Blades, apparently.
So he's the character that turns up.
Well, yeah, I think so. And then I think in terms...
Can he be cast as Peter Molyneux, please?
Yeah, we have a couple
I
of...
want him to be played by Peter Molyneux.
Yeah. We have a couple of options for Black Widow and Hawkeye. If we're going off Killer Instinct cast, we have Orchid's the female one. Saberwolf is a European... I think he's like a German guy inflicted with lycanthropy. Spindle is a pirate skeleton. Riptor was made by Ultratech and is a cybernetically enhanced velociraptor. Yargo is stereotypical ninja boy. Volgor is basically a cybernetic super soldier.
Give me the girls. We need more girls in this. So
Orchid.
Hit us up with the female ones.
Orchid.
Someone said that once.
I think for the girls we want Orchid definitely.
It's just Orchid.
You want Orchid. There's also Maya, Arya, Kimwoo, and Hisoka. But I think we can introduce the other girls later on. I think Orchid makes sense for the first girl.
And start with Orchid as she's the character from Killer Instinct.
And then
kind of
the Hawkeye,
she's the Samuel L. Jackson.
Evil and then turns good, just because he's my favourite. Riptor, the cybernetically enhanced raptor, who is technically a girl. Riptor is a girl in Killer Instinct. Canonically, Riptor is a female dinosaur.
Riptor sounds like
that's gonna come up.
Yeah.
This female.
Riptor's gonna come out and go raw, and then Orchid's gonna come around and be like, "She said, girls get it done." And then they're gonna start kicking the shit out of the female antagonist. And it's gonna be real brutal.
And then a Rihanna song's gonna play. It's gonna be sick.
Sung by Cortana on Master Chief's.
Makes a
whilst she flosses.
I guess girls really do get it done.
And Cortana agrees because it's important.
Yeah.
Right. Killer Instinct. What's the name? Also, who's the
I think
Nick
we
Fury?
just start off with. I think the Nick Fury will have to be the chairman.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Now,
what's important is that
he's the person who made the tournament, so it makes sense that he's brought them from the different dimensions.
Yeah, sure.
Now,
but is he a good
Matt had a brilliant suggestion.
Oh, yeah. Well, off air.
Nah, he's a dubious boy. He might be.
I like that. That seems suitable.
That's what I said to you when Chris cut out, but
yeah.
All of everything, including the TV shows up to this point, somewhere towards the end of the movie, portal opens up. You've got pinatas just strolling through that portal, come crashing down the hill. So, or a pinata just pops up at the end of Age of Empires.
Yeah, I think what Matt described to me was. What Matt described to me is at the end of the Age of Empires series, you go, we've defeated the Huns or whatever, and it's like, sir, there seems to be this portal to this other world. I will go through it and set up camp. And then they set up the camp there, and they go, sir, something's coming over the hill. Then in the Viva Pinata series, it's a documentary-esque thing, and then at the end there's a hill, and the portal opens up, and they all happily jump over, and it cuts to the end credit scene of the movie, and then it cuts to the pinatas popping over the hill towards the Age of Empires civilization. We just go, oh shit!
With the Banjo one, perhaps Banjo could be searching for Kazooie.
Kazooie is stuck. That's it.
The Banjo's got to go through.
Yeah. Banjo : search for Kazooie.
The hunt for Kazooie.
Banjo: the hunt for Kazooie. Okay,
and then halfway through the movie, he picks up Kazooie, turns to him again, just like, that's my secret, Chief. I'm always... and then starts firing the X.
How do you smell Kazooie and also stop it?
But that's his catchphrase. He goes,
It's like Mickey Mouse. We're going to get sued.
Get DMCA.
Is that correct? Is it Kazooie with just a double O-I? Or is there an E in there somewhere?
K-A-Z-O-O-I-E.
Okay, I thought, okay, right, sure.
Yeah.
So, Killer Instinct, it can't be called Killer Instinct because it has to be called the name of the team up that we're doing.
Or it could be the name.
Well, so
it's called Microsoft's The Somethings.
Microsoft's Killer Instinct.
It can't be. The team name cannot be Killer Instinct. That is shit.
Who is it they're trying to take down? Who are the bad guys?
I think it's Jack of Blades, and probably the main villain for the whole of Phase 1 is probably Idol from Killer Instinct, who's one of the warlords.
Okay.
He's
Jack of Blades is surely the Loki of the film.
His head's been chopped in half, so he's basically got 2 heads.
So we've got Master Chief, we've got Banjo and Kazooie presumably turning up at some point.
But Kazooie will turn up in the Killer Instinct film.
We've got who else did we say?
I think Idol will be
William Black.
1 second.
William Black
Idol will probably be
Oh, the Age of Empires thing. I had an idea for this.
Yeah.
So because it's all they're real historical things, right?
Yeah.
So our Thor could be like Alexander the Great or Themistocles or some like legendary general that's just like a Sun Tzu or some shit.
Well, it's a TV show, so we can fill in whatever niche we want with Age of Empires because it's kind of in addition to. But I think they're going to come in. They're going to come in the Age of Empires thing. They're going to come in the next Killer Instinct movie, I think. So they're in the end credit scene, and they come in fully in the actual thing. So I think we have for Killer Instinct. I think Idol's Age of Idol, maybe.
Age of Idol
is what we do for the second one, and I think for the final one, I think it has to be an actual big bad, or we do a Sinister Six-esque thing, and we get like the main villains from a couple of the big boys, and we do like a sinister, like the evil cabal or something. So we'll think of the name when we get to it.
Microsoft's The Defenders. No, that's dreadful.
The Killers?
The Instinctors.
The Instinctive.
Microsoft's Instinct, maybe. That sounds like a
Microsoft's
brand. Microsoft's
X-Men.
Instinct.
We need it to sound like a brand. Yeah. The Vistas.
Series. Microsoft Series X.
The XPs. The Experts.
We could do Series X, because that's what the new console is, isn't it?
It could be Kinect.
We're Series X.
Because they connect. Because they connect through. They connect all their worlds come connected together. So they're the connectors.
The connectors.
It's shit, but we can do it.
It's the connectors.
So I think connectors : Killer Instinct is what we want.
Microsoft's The Connectors : Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Perfect. It's perfect.
Put it on.
And that gets Connect in there.
Yes. And then we can have the Connect kids as like the little
the guy from Connect Adventures. Or do we want to connect a Connectimal? One of the animals, the Connectimals. The animals from the Connectimals, you could say. I think they're called the Connectimals.
Okay, Microsoft.
Microsoft's Connect.
Microsoft's the what do we call them?
I think we could just call them Microsoft's Connect. I think we could just call them Connect.
Microsoft's Connectors. Well, but they have that. It's a team name.
Microsoft presents the Connectors.
Microsoft presents Connectors : Killer Instinct.
Connectors : second :
Killer
Instinct. Okay. Wow. Well, that's hot garbage. I like it.
Holy shit. Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. How is it that we're now at the place where Iron Man 3 goes? What is going on?
Ask Marvel.
Marvel, why did you do this to your most profitable character? You were like, no, trilogy only. Get it done, quick.
It's like what we're going to do in the second with Age of Ultron. We're going to shift that all the way back to the end of Phase 2 instead of almost through the end of Phase 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
I mean, Phase 3 is just a pile of what's going on.
It's well, first of all, we've got Iron Man 3 at this point. We have to do Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 has to go here, but it's Commander.
I mean,
I think we have Iron Man 2 and we have.
What's the release year of this now? Bearing in mind,
this is 2023.
This is 2023. This is 2 years after. This is 2 years after. enough
has
time.
had 2 years to sit on the original opener of this universe. We've seen him come back in Killer Instinct. I want to carry on with this story.
And
now.
then he's straight back out, literally straight back with Commander Chief. What happens in Commander Chief? What's this one about?
So Captain Chief, he's a rookie. He was a captain, and they said, we're going to put you on the chief No, that's the wrong one. No, it is. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine because it doesn't work for Gears of War. You're going on the chief program. You're going to become a Spartan.
You're going to be yeah.
And the whole thing is like he's proven that he's a chief now.
I know who our Leonidas. I know that our Age of Empires character needs to be Leonidas, and it needs to be a Spartan, and it needs to be Spartan v Spartan. So at some point we do a civil war, and it's those two. We'll do Master Chief Civil War, whatever it is. And literally the first time Leonidas and Master Chief have a fight, he just machine guns them fucking immediately.
We could call it Admiral Chief Flood, because isn't one of the enemies from... The thing is, guys, normally Matt comes with the bangers, but when we're in the topic of video games, I know my stuff and know how to get the bangers out.
Admiral Chief Flood. I love it because it both annoyingly works quite well and also doesn't make any sense as a title out of context. It's meaningless.
Just like, Flood, I don't get it. And be like, oh, it's from the people who made the movie Fable, The Birth of William Black.
Okay, so then this should probably just be Master Chief, right? And then the third one
I think we change it to Admiral Chief for this one.
This one's Admiral Chief.
Yeah, because also Admiral Navy with the Flood. It just...
Oh, you want to do Flood this time? I thought you were going for the third one.
No, because that's Master... I think we're going to give Iron Man, Master Chief,
the wrap-up of his story has got to be him becoming the Master Chief.
Because I think we can do more with Fable than we can with Master Chief.
William Blake is a blank.
I've got two baggers.
You got his name wrong, Matt. That's how blank this slate is.
Yeah. So we have Thor: The Dark World.
Bill Dark. I don't know what his name is.
So we have Thor: The Dark World, but do we want to fast track Gears of Dom to a sequel? Or do we want to push that to the end of the year to give us some time for Gears of Dom? I'm just thinking on the production stuff. We don't want to spread them too thin.
No, I agree. I know what you mean.
But then, it's basically replacing Banjo. If we mix up what we have for the TV show, I guess it's fine.
Oh yeah.
If we save Age of Empires for the second part of Phase 2, then I think we can put another TV show in there.
Wait, hang on. So what do you want to? What are you saying to do? You're saving.
Just thinking if we have. I'm just saying because this is very serious. I'm very serious about this. I don't want to fuck this. I don't want to fuck matters. People. Okay, because I'm thinking if we have, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor in the same year, that we've blown a load. We've blown our load, and we've only really got the Avengers for the next year. I'm just thinking, is it wise to put Fable and Gears of Dawn? Or do we want to give one of those? But if we do give one, I think Fable's the obvious one to come. But I think if we give Fable a little bit more time in the oven, then in this slot, do we do a new movie then? We do a new franchise? Is this where we put Guardians
I think we do one of them. We do one of them and a new franchise. The question is, which one do we do?
Is there a way to
Gears of Dawn?
I think this movie could be the next franchise. Or like pop Guardians.
Oh, you want to do the next franchise? Okay, yes. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah. Okay, we'll do the new franchise here, and then we'll figure it out afterwards.
Yeah. So let me go to my list.
Has to be absolutely super. This might have to be Battletoads.
Okay, so I want to give you some of the options we have. So we're sitting on Minecraft. We've agreed on that. Yeah. We've got Conker's Bad Fur Day, which we could just put as a sequel to Battletoads. You can put Conker in there.
Is that a sequel?
There is Ori and the Blind Forest, but that's what we could do for our TV show.
That's a sick TV. That's absolutely made
and then on
TV.
the Microsoft side, we've still got Fallout, which we might save for Phase 3.
I think Fallout can just be a setting for
Fallout. Along with Fallout, we've got Dishonored, We have Wolfenstein. We've got Quake.
Oh, hello.
We've got Doom. We've got Prey. We've got so much on that side.
Okay, right. So the things that need to go in.
We've
Doom
also
needs
got
to be a big deal.
Sunset Overdrive. We want to put a real
That
spanner
needs to
in
go
the
in.
works.
That needs to go in. That's our Spider-Man.
I think that's after we've done Endgame. We do Sunset Overdrive just
It's
afterwards.
the sequel to
This is
something.
where we're going now. And then we've also got
It needs
Perfect
to be.
Dark. We've got the Outer Worlds. There's the new
I
one.
want to do some. We need to do some
We've
street
got
level stuff and some epic level stuff. At
One
the same
thing
time,
that I want
so.
to do for the TV shows, I want to put a Pillars of Eternity TV show in there. Because it's Obsidian Entertainment's Elder Scrolls, and it's a sick franchise. And I want to put something Obsidian in there. And we've got Alan
Doom
Wake
needs to come later. Quake and Doom can be the same thing. Because they're the same thing.
Yeah. I think we might do. Because we can put... Oh, we've also got Psychonauts as well. If you want to chuck that in.
Jesus Christ. Psychonauts... Wolfenstein sort of... I think Wolfenstein should play into, like... Maybe Gears of... No, that doesn't make sense.
I'm going to tell you, we can't fit all of these in.
No, I know we can't fit them all in. But there's a couple that feel like they deserve to be there.
But then again, we want to save some for our next phases, you know.
Oh, it's true. We've got many more phases to come.
I think Wolfenstein is the kind of thing which once we've done Doom and Master Chief for like phase 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we need one military thing at a time.
Yeah.
We say with Captain Chief and
Dishonored and Fallout are definitely one of those is coming in. We don't know which one yet. I think for this one, I do think because we're not doing any banjo and we want to have that cartoony one. I think our choice. I think we put in a Battletoads and then Volume 2.
Battletoads makes sense.
We have Battletoads Bad Fur Day as the sequel, which is the tagline to Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker's game.
So, what's the first Battletoads?
It's one name, and it's just the Battletoads. They made a new Battletoads game, so I'll see if they gave a tagline to that. Let me have a look.
Battletoads.
Let's see. So we have Battletoads in Battlemaniacs, Battletoads in Ragnarok's World, Battletoads X Double Dragon, which is a crossover with the Double Dragon series, Battletoads Arcade, and Battletoads. If we don't call this movie Battletoads in Battlemaniacs, I'm leaving. It's gotta be
and Battlemaniacs.
No, it's Battletoads in Battlemaniacs.
Battletoads of the Battlemaniacs.
So it's kind of like Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones, or Battletoads is. So I think it's like we're selling it like people are like, I don't know who Battletoads is, and then people should like, you don't know what Battletoads is?
Yeah,
it's only the greatest SNES game to ever have existed.
The poster tagline is just baby battling.
Come talk to me later. I'll be on my arcade machine playing Donkey Kong. Uh-oh, I just got hit by a barrel. You wouldn't know that because you only play modern games. Bet they don't have barrels in modern games.
Crush. Right, TV show time.
TV show. Okay, so TV shows. I think we want to save Age of Empires for a second one. Viva Pinata was a one and done thing.
Agreed.
I don't want to burn ourselves out on Viva Pinata. Maybe we'll bring it back for phase 4, but I think it's there in the background. It needs to be. It's the Captain Marvel.
It's good, but it doesn't have anywhere to go, and that's fine.
Yes, we're waiting for the right creative talent to come in with a vision to take the Viva Pinata franchise in.
We're waiting for our James Gunn
So there is Pillars of Eternity, but I think Pillars of Eternity is a phase 3 kind of dealio.
We could save that for later. I think that's one of those ones you want to keep the fans gagging for.
Yeah, it's the one where people are being like, it's an underground movement, all going, oh, I really want Pillars of Eternity. I think it could be Psychonauts.
Yeah, that's a good. That would make a good TV show.
Yeah, especially because each episode they go into. You've got the overall plot line of what's happening at the camp where all the psychonauts are, but each episode we're going into somebody's mind as a psychonaut. You know, it's our trippy show. Yeah. We've put white.
It's the weird one. Pinata. It's our multiverse of madness. So what's the name of the psychonauts thing, or is it just psychonauts? I want to do something fun with the psychonauts one. Let's go into the mind
let me have a look
madness.
what the Psychonauts 2 is called. Oh, it's just called Psychonauts 2.
Psychonauts into
Psychonauts Psychonautica.
What if Psychonauts? Because if I understand right, it's all about going in brains and whatnot, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't want the ancient Greek Psychonauts. I want the game Psychonauts Wikipedia. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, is it? So it's going into people's brains and like having fun. So what if they went into every episode? So was the brains of the connectors. They went into all the characters each time.
Nightwing.
Huh?
You know Nightwing, like Batman.
No.
Nightwing. I know.
Batman. Oh, Nightwing, as in Nightwing.
He's the Robin who was raised by acrobats.
The Graysons.
Now, instead of him being raised by Batman, imagine he ran away from the circus and then ended up in a summer camp for psychonauts, and that's the plot of Psychonauts. I really need to play this game. I have it.
You mean literal psychonauts where they just take a boatload of mushrooms and see what happens?
No, it's like a summer camp, and he wears his helmet.
What's a psychonaut?
Psychonaut. That's the kids at the camp. They're training to become psychonauts.
They do?
They go into people's minds, and then like if they have stuff like mental illness and such, they deal with it using platforming challenges and platforming bosses.
Hell yeah, I love it. So he's a therapist, but what if he goes into the minds of all the...
He's a child.
He needs to go into the minds. Each episode needs to be a different character in the MSCU.
So in the game, he disappears and he comes to the camp and then he becomes one of the psychonauts in the camp. But all of the people who like run the camp, like the coach, the medic, like the old camp leader, they all have stuff messing up their heads. So you, using your training from the psychonaut camps, are going into your camp instructors' minds, and you're basically fixing them all, because you come across the doctor of the camp, and he basically teaches you how to go into people's minds. And the coach, it turns out to be, the coach is actually taking advantage of all of the psychonauts. I think it's because of something to do with like his son's mind is completely fucked, and like he's in a catatonic state, and like in that case, he's become evil because of that. So you have to go into his mind and his son's mind in order to fix him. So I think it's a very like down to earth show, but it gets very freaky whenever we go. We have the first third of the show is like we set up the situation, and then we delve into that guy's brain, and it goes fucking wild.
What do you think they'd find in Master Chief?
I think that's the final episode. The final episode, one of the other people come in, which is like...
I was thinking every episode should be one of their brains, because that'd be so much more like involved.
Whoa, that's Psychonauts 2. We can't go that far yet. We need to set up the character, and then we can go into the other characters.
We haven't done an Origins yet.
Yeah. Psychonauts Origins. I think at the end of it, maybe Riptor comes through the portal and they have to psychoanalyze the dinosaur's brain.
You pick the like most nobody, the war machine of the MSCU.
No. Me and Matt had a discussion about this, and Arbiter from Halo is the war machine.
Absolutely, absolutely,
exactly. In fact, scrap it. Fuck Riptor. It's Arbiter's coming in.
Arbiter.
I love how Matt. God. I was talking to Matt when we had our little break, and he was saying like, Arbiter's in it. It's like, who's Arbiter? Just like, and also who from this is War Machine. I was like, I never thought about it that way, but Arbiter is the War Machine. He
fucking is. Who's that really like characterful like sergeant that you have in the first Halo, maybe in the other ones?
I can't remember. I can't lie to you. When I played Halo with my brother, I was full on board of I'm playing Arbiter the alien. I'm just here to beat up aliens. I'm not paying any attention to the plot. I'm just here to shoot people and mainly stab people. Cool.
He would deserve a spin-off. Like that sergeant would deserve a spin-off. I can't remember his name. It's like Sergeant Stone or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that yells at you in the in the original trailer for Halo.
Yeah, I do know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I think it's time for at least like a sequel of Yellow or Blue.
Okay, so just because we could do Fable now, or we could do Gears of Dom. I do have a great tagline for Fable, so I think if we do Gears of Dom, and then I can bam. I think we can. They're definitely back-to-back movies.
Oh, do you think? Okay.
Yeah, I think we have Fable, then we have Gears of Dom. Bam.
Sure. Okay.
Well, I think this time we swap it round. So we have Gears of Dom at the end of this year, and then we have Fable. Because I think Fable, with the taglines that I have for the movies, Fable's gonna be a big hit for us. I really feel it. Whereas I think Gears of Dom is always going to be overshadowed by similar to Captain America. I think he's always going to be overshadowed by Iron Man, and Gears of War is always going to be overshadowed by Halo. Unfortunately,
it's true. It is true.
Yeah.
So what's the Gears of Dom sequel then? We've already had Dom go to the fighting games, so he knows all his mates now. Do you think this is one of those ones where we do like a Thor Ragnarok, where we take Banjo and he's the buddy, he's the sidekick in this?
Yeah. No, that's in the third one.
Wait, so Banjo doesn't come back. Banjo's in all of the connectors, but he's not in any of the other films until like literally the end.
Yeah, it's the same in the actual thing. He'll turn up in the Avengers, and then he turns up later, and then like maybe we'll put him in a TV show near the end. So in terms of Gears of War games, so Gears of War 3 had a DLC pack called Ram's Shadow, RAAM, and that's an AI. Gears of 5 had a DLC pack called Hive Busters. And then the spin-offs, hang on a second, spin-offs, Gears of War Judgment, Gears Tactics, or, and I don't know what this is, Gears Pop. Gears Pop is a spin-off for mobile devices based on Funko's Pop toy line and released in 2019, August 22nd. And there's also some books that I have here. Asphofield, Jacinto's Remnant, Anvil Gate, Coalition's End, The Slab. It's gotta be The Slab. Gotta be. Details the events of Marcus's imprisonment in the slab. So maybe Marcus is imprisoned in the slab.
Dom, we need you to break in and get out.
We gotta get Marcus out of the slab.
Yeah, no, this is where Marcus comes in as the anti-hero for this film.
I don't want to toot our own horn, but this is our Thor: The Dark World. People are gonna be like, "What? How do they ever think Gears of Dom the Slab was ever gonna be good?" But that allows us to have a Gears of War 4, which surprised everyone when Gears of War 4 actually got announced as well. So, we're really staying in tune for. And then we have Fable. So, I've left this open.
What happens in this Fable?
Who is William Black?
We need to know. Well, not really, but like, who is our William Black?
Oh, they're gone. They're gone again.
Chris is Dunzo.
One second. I'm going to repeat the joke the exact same way. Jamie, if you're listening to this,
he's not on the podcast.
The exact same way.
You're in business.
It's going to be hilarious. They're all going to laugh so hard. And I'm going to feel some fulfillment in my life. It's going to be really good. I'm really going to enjoy it.
If you were to replace all of the TV show tags on the left side, would it not just be Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., 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 and then like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Something about Daredevil. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
First, it was Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then Daredevil, then probably Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. again.
God, I hate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched one episode and it was poison. It was like a bad dream of what could have happened to the MCU. It's so shit. It's just like that general like CSI kind of style American thriller with a paper thin painting coat of MCU on top, and that's it.
The super powered characters were just boring.
They're nothing people.
Nothing wanted me.
And it's like if that actually happened in like a Marvel world, like you just have Iron Man zap the cunt and just go home, and it would be 30 seconds. Like you're not that busy.
Shit.
That Phil Coulson got relegated to that for years. How sad is that?
Marvel. And even that was a younger version of himself.
And he wasn't in there very long.
It does get pretty wacky from what I understand. Like,
I'm sure, yeah, it goes with like Skrull and all sorts of bullshit.
Dimensions or something, and there's like time travel.
Yeah.
And it finishes with like them ending in like some of them are in space, some of them are in a different.
They do secret wars, I think.
Yeah.
Like before anyone else did.
Anyway,
that all sorted. It's reset the default gateway, so it should be good for a good while.
I know what that means.
Okay, so as I was going, I was about to lead into the greatest tagline you've ever heard. Fable, Fall of Nostro.
The Fall of Nostro.
I don't know who Nostro is.
So every single time we're gonna have a nobody character as like the.
I need to go to I need to scroll down to the next just name.
Don't tell me who Nostro is. I don't want to know.
I don't know who it is.
I worry. If I know who Nostro is, I'll care more.
Yeah. It's either Fall of Nostro or the immediate next chapter is called Death of Nostro. Tells a very sorrowful story.
We had birth of one of them, and then we have immediately death of the next. It's not even like we're gonna fake it in the movie. He dies early. It's just dealt with quick, and then we move on.
Death of Nostro.
He just dies in the backside of one fight.
Is Death of Nostro better than Fall of Nostro?
I like Death of Nostro. I just think it's so like. When have you ever heard that in a just? Can you imagine watching Endgame and it's called Avengers Endgame? Death of Tony Stark.
Death of Tony Stark. I always like the fact that they look at it and be like, I've watched the first one, but I love the first one. Who the fuck is Nostro? Then again, I didn't know who William Black was, and my god, was that birth exhilarating to watch. All 30 minutes of it.
It's like if Marvel's The Avengers was called Marvel's The Avengers: Death of Phil.
Yeah.
At this point, you barely know who Phil Coulson is.
Just like, fuck.
I guess Phil's gonna die.
Phil's gonna die. Who's Phil?
We'll find out.
Was it another TV show time?
It's a TV show time. So this may be where we do Age of Empires.
Age of Mythology.
Yeah. Feels like it.
It feels like it, definitely.
Yeah, I think this is Age of Mythology.
Yeah. Now, what is there a real? Last time we had a fake tagline. Does this one have a real tagline?
What's the DLC for Age of Mythology called?
It's called. Yes, it's the Titans. It's just called the Titans, I think.
Oh, Tale of the Dragon is the
That's the
Chinese
expansion
one. Yeah.
I'm not besmirching the name of Age of Mythology with that dreadful expansion.
I really hope they do an Age of Mythology too, just out of context.
I'm dying.
I really hope. I really want it. Please, you're making Age of Empires.
That was the first PC game I ever played. Can I please have a real sequel and not the poor shit that was like the first expansion, banging. Titans, epic, really cool. Loved it, awesome. The dragon one, guys, you can do better.
It's the fact when you say dragons and dragons
lazy
are just...
units. It's ugly as hell. It's like the most ramshackle thing.
Yeah.
It's depressing. Anyway, aside, Age of Mythology It's the Titans.
They're on.
Titans are coming.
Wait, what's the story mode of Age of Mythology called?
They're on the way.
What, the name of the campaign, you mean?
Yeah, the name of the campaign. You know, the really good fucking campaign that's in the game.
They were really good. I remember
it was
them being
really
good.
good.
Probably the best RTS campaign.
It's got
I haven't played many
Arcantos as the
Yeah. And there's like it's
Fall of the Trident.
Fall of the Trident. Age of Mythology. Fall of the Trident. We're doing an Aquaman.
That's a strong TV show.
Just fucking Age of Mythology. So evidently this has to be a new. This might be our Doctor Strange, may it not?
Could be. I did that wrong.
Because we already used fucking Ant-Man.
Dishonored. Doctor Strange.
Dishonored could be our Doctor Strange. We said we'd do Fallout or Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Fallout. Yeah.
Or Fallout. I think Fallout might lend itself better to being a TV show.
I think Dishonored should be the Spider-Man, and it's all about the girl, the daughter, and it's a lot more Disney-esque and happy. Like they shear off all the grimdark,
I think
and it's just Assassin
Captain
Girl,
Marvel
steampunk
Minecraft,
world,
aren't we? Captain Marvel is Minecraft.
Yeah.
He just appears at the end. You're just like, where's this been? The entire
it's Steve.
time?
Hello, hi.
Hello.
I'm a block.
Good.
I'm digging.
He can mine good.
Yeah.
So what's the next one we're doing? What are we actually doing right now? Are we doing the next connectors?
I think it might be Doctor Strange, and I think.
Oh, you want to do Doctor Strange? Okay, so
it's Dishonored. I like the idea of doing Dishonored.
Okay. Means we're only doing one Dishonored.
Dishonored.
I mean,
we need a. Well, isn't there a separate main character for each of the Dishonored games?
There is.
Well, there's a bit. It's all more complicated than that. Yeah. It's all the same.
Like, if you want to if you're focusing on the what is her name, Elizabeth, or is that the mother?
I don't know.
I think the mother.
Corvo. That's all
Corvo
I remember.
Corvo Attano.
It's Corvo Attano, and then
the girl.
It might be Elizabeth, or that might be the mother. I'm not sure.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Elizabeth. Anyways, so we're doing Dishonored.
Yeah. She can. I mean,
Dishonored.
Yeah,
Game of the Year edition.
It can be. I'll tell you what the film Dishonored. If Dishonored was to be a film, it would probably be the girl being trained by Corvo as the mentor.
Well, and you've got the outsider.
Just like the ancient one in Doctor Strange.
The outsider is the one that gives them their powers in Dishonored.
Okay.
He basically trains you.
Yeah.
Well, he sort of you have this weird vision.
Is he the weirdo in the fucking dream world with all the whales? Man, the world building in that thing was very strange.
He's very odd. There's like witches in that game as well.
Yeah, and the rat.
I just remember a lot of whales.
Yeah, the whole thing, the whole
whales.
place is powered off of whale oil and whale bones. And
Yeah.
Emily Caldwin.
Emily. So it's Dishonored.
Emily Caldwin.
Just Emily. Just Emily Caldwin.
I like the fact that we're putting random names in our titles. And then we have
Jack Reacher did it. It works.
And then we have our Avengers Killer Instinct.
Okay, so this one's called Connectors.
Connectors, Rise of Idol.
yeah.
Rise of Idol. How's Idol? Is it Idol? Like, just
I is in
I-D-O-L.
I, and then D-O-L. Yeah. It's E-Y-E. He's a Cyclops man with two heads.
So he's not.
He's one of the two warlords.
No, I know that. So Connectors, Rise of Idol, and then what? So what happens in that one?
So It's crazy, guys. Idol's back. He was teased at the end of Battletoads in Battlemaniacs, where he told who's the main villain of Battletoads.
Oh fuck! We don't need to Google that. It's obviously a frog.
Where he talked to the Dark Queen, and he said to the Dark Queen, you gotta get me those Series X's. They're so hard to find, so hard to get hold of. So he's been helping the Dark Queen, and now he's here. But at the beginning of the movie, we see Idol be like, he's sat in a room, and there's 5 other villains there, and he's like, they're like, the heroes are costling on to our plans, and Idol's like, I was at war for millions of years, like, I don't need the rest of you, I can deal with these heroes all by myself. And the others are like, no, we've got a plan, we've got to take them down, so then we can take over all of these realms individually. And Idol's like, no, I have 2 heads, that make me 2 smarter than you.
I see.
So I beat them now.
Yes.
And that's Idol.
I think in the sequel, or in maybe the final one, all the realms get like jumbled together in a new place. Like all because in that way all the films stop being their own things.
I think Idol, once Idol's defeated, it's just like, and when Idol's defeated, just like, if they want to rule their realms, then I'm gonna have to make them fight for it as a warlord. And he smashes his big hammer down, and he shatters the gaps between worlds, and all the worlds stitched together. So it's like his last defiance against the actual big bads, and they're all like, what do they mean? What does he mean they want to rule it all? What? That's crazy, man. And then a pop-up comes up,
Master
and they
Chief,
say,
did you hear Nostro died?
Who the hell is
No! Nostro!
We've got to get fucking Alexander the Great out of the slab. He's been arrested.
Yeah. And I think that immediately is followed up by Master Chief Civil War. We need to divide up the heroes.
Master Chief. It can't be called Civil War.
Disconnected.
What's it?
Internal Wars.
Perfect. Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected. It's connects with one N, isn't it? I've just realised.
Connect is.
I think it might.
Connect.
And I know how to spell the real word. Fucking hell.
You guys ask me for some words to be spelt sometimes. I'm like, really?
Really? That one? Is that hard?
Most of it comes from me.
It's got to cover all bases.
Wow.
Okay. You're blue. Stop.
The character the Dark Queen has received considerable attention due to her sex appeal, as well as being one of the first major female villains in video games.
I feel like the Dark Queen might be our like, you know how Thanos is sort of like the baddie in Guardians, like he's there in Guardians.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Queen is actually the final boss of like the whole thing.
To be fair, there's like a warthog and some other people who can fight the Battletoads.
We can do a warthog in the second one.
Well, I think it might be that she's the leader of the mutant rat pack, and the so like Big Blad, the morbidly obese rat, and Robo Manus and General Slaughter. I think that's who went against the Guardians, and I think the Dark Queen is like the head of the 5.
Those are the children of Thanos, and
yeah, along with Grunt.
I can already tell Battletoads. If someone to make every single one of these films, Battletoads would be the most successful franchise.
Yeah.
So far, at least.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have taught us one thing, and that is people love
People love.
A group of hip happening youths from the sewers.
Yeah. So
what's next?
I'm just looking. We need to put in a. We're still lacking. Oh wait, no, that's meant to be. Oh, I'm dumb. Nah, I got it. This is the wrong color. There we go. Now I'm looking at it correctly. So we need to do. We need to do the next Gears at some point. We need to do the Ant-Man as well.
I think it would be ballsy of us, and at this point we're very overconfident of our success, that we finish the Gears of Dom franchise, or we finish the Fables franchise in 2025. I think we might give Fables a little bit of time. I think Gears might make sense.
We get Gears out of the way. Okay, I like. Yeah. We'll do that after the TV show.
Yeah, we could do it now.
I think we should do
it at the beginning, just like
you want to literally just straight after Disconnected.
Because then people
if
think
Disconnected
once
is our
those
big
two are done,
one
after Connectors, people think, oh fuck, where are they gonna go from here?
So you want to really in a bout of overconfidence, you want to do a sequel that doesn't do so great of the like main franchise, then Disconnected, where we fuck everything up and throw a spanner in the works and probably kill a character or two, and then you want to end the other main franchise straight after, not the other way around. You don't want to do final film of one of them and then that character gets killed in Civil War.
Battletoads waiting for their sequel still that's going to carry us through to phase 3.
What I'm thinking is that we have Bam Bam, new franchise, which is our Spider-Man Homecoming. Then we have our Battletoads to begin next year.
And
that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking Master Chief. Is Master Chief coming directly?
I think the Disconnected should be after. If we do the final of Gears and then Dom dies in.
Of Gears of Dom the Slab, like Dom dies and Marcus has to like carry it on, and Marcus is just a shitter character, so like it doesn't go down so well.
Yeah, and then he dies in Disconnected. Okay. Yeah. So Gears in the Slab, we kill off Dom. Or what if Gears of what if in Gears of Dom,
Dom does die. Dom does die at some point.
We do 2 Civil Wars back to back. We do Gears of Dom, where it's Dom versus Mark.
Yeah.
And then one of them dies, and then the next one dies and Disconnected.
I think we call this one Gears. Dom
versus Mark.
Dom versus Marcus.
Gears. Dom versus. Yeah, and I like that they had the opportunity to do the monosyllabic thing, but they didn't. They went Dom versus Marcus.
It was Marcus versus Dom, but Dom's been the title character the entire time, so Dom's name has to come first.
Dom versus Marcus, and then
I don't know whether that's the right Marcus, whether it's a C or not, but I don't think it matters, does it?
Watch me just do it all again.
And look how lovely we spread out our fucking Iron Man's Marvel.
Yeah, man, you could have had this.
Mm-hmm.
Could have had this. Painful.
So we got a TV show.
So 2025 is a tough year, or at least the start of 2025 is a tough year.
Yeah.
Then we drop the TV show that has to regain some fan favour right now. Is
this when we drop Hellblade's TV show?
Do we bring in a new IP?
Yeah, maybe.
Drop the Battletoads sequel, and then also announce the Hellblade TV show?
Well, I think we have our Spider-Man at the end of the year, don't we? So this TV show,
the new franchise plus the Battletoads, that's a good way to regain favour from what we've just done.
I think bringing a new good character.
But what's
brand
the
new
TV show? Are we bringing a new character for this? Because I was thinking for the films, if we're doing the Spider-Man equivalent, then we're going to need a new character then. So do we save our load for the new TV show character? Or do we do
we have no shortages of brand new stuff.
Like we did say we're going to give Hellblade a TV show at some point.
Yeah.
I think we can.
And I think that kind of brings people back to like, remember Hellblade? You haven't given her a movie in ages. We're never fit in the movie, but here's the
was Hellblade in the Connectors sequel?
maybe Hellblade crosses over with someone.
Perhaps Hellblade is in like the Disconnected movie.
Hellblade, Senua's.
Hellblade will be in all of them. Hellblade will be in all the big ones now.
Senua's
she sort of goes off on a tangent and gets her TV.
She Loki's. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. Hellblade, Senua's Fallout. Where's she been the whole time? She's been in the Fallout universe.
That's really good.
And that explains why she was missing in Rise of Idol. So she was in Rise of Idol, and halfway through the movie she gets banished to another world because the worlds have collided. She wakes up and she's in the Fallout universe.
Hellblade, Senua's Fallout.
And that allows us, if we want to do Fallout in the future, we've got Fallout then, but we've also got Senua at the same time. Mm-hmm. So we're using Senua to boot up the Fallout TV show.
I really like that.
Good job, Chris.
Really good.
Smart thinking.
That was inspired. Okay.
I said it twice when you guys were talking. I was like, I need to put this one through.
This one.
They need to hear this, even if they shoot it down. This needs to be heard.
Okay, so we've got our Battletoads in Battle Maniacs sequel coming up. So what we think? Just called Battletoads 2.
I'm thinking, do we want at the end of this year? That would be all sequels this year. I'm thinking, do we want to move Spider-Man's thing back one, and then we start next year off with bang Battletoads?
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we just swap these two around.
Yeah. That's fine. So what's it called then? What we think?
Bad Fur Day. I think we agree. Battletoads, Bad Fur Day.
Fucking hell. What was your idea, Matt?
I'm gonna fight in the warthog. It could have. This time it's porks and all.
Fucking hell. No. Bad Fur Day works for the fact that they're fighting a warthog anyway.
Yeah, and Conker can be put into that.
And Conker will be put in as the mascot.
Mm-hmm. Because we've done a battle world situation and all the worlds are together, we need to have.
So what's our red lad? What's this?
Okay,
this is on Spider-Man.
With Master Chief being, it's a bit close for. I think Doom's our Black Panther, isn't it? Because Doom's gonna do like $1 billion, isn't it? So we have to save Doom for Black Panther. Let me get my list up.
Doom is also,
so here
also with the Master Chief franchise wrapping up, and we've already wrapped up the Gears one.
Yeah, we need. Okay, it needs to have Master Chief energy without being a shooter, and it needs to be younger.
So it's we can't do Ori. Ori was saving for a TV show. Overdrive is also a TV show. Minecraft was saving for later. Joanna Dark, I don't think that's the same hit. I think there is one character, one franchise that we haven't touched on yet, which is the big banger. It's got to be the Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls. It's got to be Elder Scrolls. that's the big banger, isn't it?
The Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
You want to do Dragon Age Elder Scrolls?
I think we do Elder Scrolls, Dragonborn, Oblivion, and then the next one is Dragonborn.
Why Dragonborn?
Because that's what the main character of Skyrim's one is.
You are the Dragonborn.
What we can instead of doing Elder Scrolls, or we do this one.
I thought you were doing a Dragon Age like mashup.
Elder Scrolls : Dragonborn : Elder Scrolls, and the next one is Dragonborn : Oblivion. Oblivion's the second one. Got it.
Surely it would be Dragonborn, Skyrim, and Oblivion, not Elder Scrolls, and then.
Well,
Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, Skyrim.
The Elder Scrolls.
Dragonborn, the Elder
Scrolls movie, the Dragonborn Sky.
Yeah.
Dragonborn and the Elder Scrolls.
Oh, we're making
Dragonborn and the Elder Scrolls. Dragonborn and the Dragonborn.
So this character's name is simply Dragonborn.
I think we call him the Dragonborn and the Elder Scrolls.
The Dragonborn and
because he doesn't speak. He doesn't speak because whenever he speaks, he uses his dragon shout. So no one knows what his name is. People just call him the Dragonborn.
So this means we need him to have a gobby sidekick as a mascot sidekick character. Is this where Kazooie turns up?
Back as like a more permanent role.
Can you think of a decent mascot character that like is gobby as hell and would fit with him?
Okay, so Hellblade, you've introduced the Fallout universe. But because Hellblade's the protagonist, what do we do with Vault Boy? Vault Boy's with Dragonborn on his shoulder. His little Vault Boy. Like, the Dragonborn has a Vault-Tec wristband on and has
that's perfect. I love that we're doing like, this is a very much a Bethesda year, which is cool because that's exactly what happened with the Sony acquisition at the same time.
Yeah. So the Dragonborn, in Master Chief Disconnected, he's like, I've got to bring in the big boys. And it's just like a fucking tanker rolls over and the Dragonborn puts up. And you've got the little Vault Boy, and it's like, oh, how does that tie in? And you've got the TV show to explain the Vault Boy, and you have Dragonborn, and halfway through the movie, he gets like he finds like, halfway through it's a traditional movie, and then like the portal opens up, and he walks through, and the first thing he finds is Vault Boy in a little wristband, and then he like continues through, like, he's the Dragonborn I'm thinking is like, He's very much like the silent. He along with Doomguy they represent, like, they don't need a lot of dialogue. The other characters are kind of driving that forward, so they're both like a John Wick, not many words. Like, they're just here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, no, the Doom one needs to be very
John Wicky. I think Doomguy is almost a silent movie. He's just going through destroying demons.
I'd pay an unreasonable amount of money to see a Doom film by the creators of John Wick, where it is silent the whole way through. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
It's just the side characters.
Yeah, the only dialogue comes from like background characters. Like...
Yeah, you've got the Dragonborn, and the Elder Scrolls, Battletoads Bad Fur Day.
Okay, TV show.
Now it's
we have 4 TV shows left. What are we doing? Were we doing a sequel to Psychonauts? If we are we putting it as a film? Or are we doing...
I think the Psychonauts, because you've got the other characters, don't we, going into there. So after they've been broken and disconnected.
Yeah. By now we should do a second Psychonauts.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have several other things that we wanted to do as TV shows. What were they?
Okay, so we wanted we wanted to do
Thingy Forest.
We wanted to do Sunset Overdrive at the end.
Sunset Overdrive.
We wanted Ori, and I think it makes sense that we finish off. I mean, there is Wolfenstein and Prey and Quake, but I think it makes sense that we finish off the Age of Empires.
Wolfenstein and Quake, I think we can save.
I love Prey.
Wolfenstein and Quake, I think
Prey's
we can save
good.
Like a Phase 4, Phase 5 kind of TV.
I think Prey makes sense as well for just a one-off TV show.
Yeah, and like a little short atmospheric horror thing that's just takes everyone by surprise. Test the water for future horror. Yeah, no, that's cool.
I think we pop Prey between the 2 final Killer Instinct movies.
Yeah.
Like it adds in this, like, so during the movie it's like you've defeated them, what's gonna be like the thing that saves them? We have Minecraft pops in as like family friendly kind of thing, and then opposite to that we have this fucked up alien goo. So like the heroes have this bonus, but also the bad guys have this bonus.
Yeah, that's clever.
They have the venom, and they're all overtaken by the prey kind of organism mimic thing.
So we've got Psychonauts.
Into the unknown.
I like that. Into the unknown.
Don't know why. I just had Frozen playing in my head then.
Into the unknown. I feel like somehow we can work this into making it more clear that he's doing all the other characters, like Into the Disconnect or something. I don't know. Reconnecting.
Bit on the nose.
Well, fuck yeah, it is, Matt. What if this is in the TV show? He goes through all of their psyches and turns them into allies again right before the next one.
I think if we do reconnecting, I think we save that right before the next Avengers movie.
Yeah, he's laying the groundwork.
TV show.
He's the reunification. I love it. Yeah.
The reconnected movie.
So I think Psychonauts goes there, which adds on which then delves into Do you know what the next two are as well? Because you've got Prey in between the two Avengers movies, and then the final one is Sunset Overdrive. So what is this?
Actually, I think this should be called Into the Unknown.
The movie should be called
And then the movie should be called
just Reconnected.
Reconnected. Yeah, that's good.
Reconnected. No. Should the final movie be Reconnected?
No,
I was thinking. We have Disconnect. We have Edgy Phase, Reconnect, big last chance action film, but they fail, and then the last one is.
I think we call it Reconnected ?
Yes.
Yeah. Control Z that. There we go. Because that's like that. People go and be like, "Why is there a question mark?"
What does that mean? Why is there a question mark? I have to watch.
Are they actually going to reconnect? Or are they going to be glitched out?
Okay. So what's this TV show then? Is this Prey? No, we said Prey.
We know Prey and Sunset Overdrive are later. This must be Ori.
So what's the last thing we?
This has to be Ori.
This is Ori.
This has to be Ori. And then
Ori
in phase 4, the in-between phase, we can finish off Age of Mythology and such.
I feel like the Age of Mythology characters have all bled into the background of all the actual films by this point, surely. Because they're
like when. So we have each one is like this big war, and it's like this big complicated thing in the background. And at the end of like the fourth movie, it's like we can't do this on our own. And then like fucking Senua turns up like in a hood, takes off a hood and just blows a horn. Then all these portals open up, and all the different civilizations from Age of Empires and Age of Mythology come through. The Titans claw through. It's like
that makes sense.
This is your army. It's like they're like the big calling force. I think Senua is like the
works out what's going on in the background with all these portals popping up. In dimensions.
Yeah, that's what she's doing during Senua's Fallout. So like the first half she's in the Fallout universe, and then in the second half she starts going into other universes. We have a little cameo in one of the episodes is kind of a relaxed one, and we end up in the Viva Pinata episode again. Remember Viva Pinata, guys, from the beginning?
Like
when everything was so much chiller and less complicated.
In the background.
He's just dead in the corner.
She comes in her hood and like she undoes the hood, and from the hood like a unicorn's like on her shoulder. And like all the Age of Empires people have got like little like companion like fucking unicorns and fucking other. I think we could just call this the title of the first game, which is Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a good title for a movie.
Or TV show.
TV show.
Yeah, or a TV show. Right. So we've got. What did we say was Black Panther again? I think we say Black Panther for the end.
Doom.
So this is
Black Panther
Fable.
Was Doom.
So Fable. This is we could call this Jack of
all trades.
We call this Jack of Blades. Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all blades. Or so on the website it had a little thing called Fall of Heroes to explain Jack of Blades' things. And chapter 3 of Jack of Blades' origin story is called Father is Ill. Fable. Father is ill.
Whose father? I don't know, but it worked the last 2 times.
I love Jack of all blades. It's so good. Okay, how do we reconcile this? You know what I'm thinking?
Jack of all blades.
Semicolon.
No, Jack of all blades, comma, father is ill.
Comma, father is ill.
Jack of all blades.
Yeah, because it kind of ties into the like you have Jack of all trades, king, master of none.
Yeah.
Jack of all blades, father is ill.
I like Doom just being Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to fuck with Doom. So, Now, I have a question. We did Ant-Man sort of differently by making it into a TV show.
Which TV show?
Yeah, because we had Henua.
It becomes Senua's Fallout.
Okay.
It was Hellblade, and then Hellblade Senua's Fallout.
We could turn Prey into a movie, like a horror flick instead of a TV show, because a horror would work better as a movie. And I've got a TV show that we were going to sit on and we've forgotten about.
Oh, okay. What's the TV show?
Pillars of Eternity.
Ah, yes. Because Pillars of Eternity would be a good sort of world-building thing.
Setting up.
I think we start off with Minecraft, then we have Prey, and then we have Pillars of Eternity.
Okay.
So we have Minecraft is kind of it's like Ant-Man. It's going to tie in a little bit like Captain Marvel, but it's kind of more of a, after Reconnects, it's kind of more of a, let's all calm down for a second. Let's enjoy this nice movie about placing blocks and building things with our friends. And then we have Prey!
Prey,
Prey, motherfuckers! You've got a beige. Then I think for this TV show, that would be Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah. Phase 5 and 6 world building.
Yeah. Pillars of Eternity needs a wordy,
Eternals.
Stupid subfix.
1 second. Let me have a look at the Pillars of Eternity.
Pillars of Eternity.
The great thing is that whenever I've looked up the Pillars of Eternity stuff, it's always come up with some bangers.
Bullshit.
From the dawn
The White
of
March. Hollowborn.
Pillars of Eternity. They've been here the whole time.
They've been here the whole time.
How does he do it?
How does he do it? Just when you think he's
I love it because Pillars of Eternity, they've been here the whole time. It's both perfect because it literally means what it means, and also because I love it that Pillars of Eternity, the story has been going on. It's a big, like, you know how Endgame like just relishes in MCU history.
Yeah.
Or like it just goes back to all the moments. Pillars of Eternity has been going along the entire time.
I love this.
Like occasionally there's been Easter eggs at best. And then, like, but literally, the TV show Pillars of Eternity starts at Captain Chief and ends at Prey.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine the entire time? There's a couple of things.
It's just about pillars.
A couple of Easter eggs and some things was like, that's bullshit. Why the fuck did that happen? Then the Pillars of Eternity TV series is like, this explains all of the questions you've had.
Every single thing that was like a complete like.
It's like
every single ridiculous grievance
ceremony, and it just goes, I foresee in the future a great battle with many warriors from different universes, and they're the reason why why Ultratech and Killer Instinct were able to get into the other universes. They opened it up because they saw the future of what was to come from the Prey movie, and so they're like, for the entire thing, they're setting it up so that it all goes. I actually quite like. Actually, if you go back to the grey, I quite like the grey for.
Which grey did I do?
Just at the top, I'd use like the one above yellow with the white text.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're here. It's the final thing. It's the connectors.
Connectors. I do love that. It's
360.
Oh, we could do kill. Yes. Yes.
Connectors 360.
Connectors 360. Somebody should hire us.
At this point, someone should have hired us.
I'm sorry for that comment alone, for what this has built up to, for that unintentional joke.
Yeah, because it's going to be one of those things where like it leaks on the internet a year before, and everyone's like, "That is not what it's going to be called."
No. Then after Reconnected, people are like, and then Mark Ruffalo comes on and just goes. They all die at the end. I mean, half of them. And Don Cheadle's like, "Shut up."
Oh,
Don Cheadle playing Arbiter in the series goes, "Shut up." I need it.
Instead of Sunset
to respect me
Overdrive,
for
should it be
Alien
Arbiter?
Wars.
Should we have Armor Wars, but it's aliens, and it's Arbiter as the final one, and it's set in
Arbiter,
Sunset Overdrive or something?
Sunset Overdrive for the TV show.
Sunset Overdrive.
We need to find a colour for this.
Oh, I know. We've already used the orange, annoyingly.
I think the TV shows have actually gotten us out of a couple of scraps here. So we could end. With Oblivion, or we could start Oblivion on phase 4.
Well,
and I think to bring it back to the beginning, maybe Hellblade deserves the final slot.
You want Hellblade to be the final film?
I think so, because I think it can't be Banjo. Because
has Senua been the hidden main character through the whole thing?
Yeah, because that's what Senua's Fallout is. She's called everyone together in connectors.
She's been the operative character who's actually been pulling everyone together. Eternity have just been pulling the strings in the background, causing the whole thing.
She had the film, then she had a whole TV series to flesh out her character, and then she gets a final film. Like, she's actually been the pulling force. And her movies are actually the most distributed out of the bunch.
They are,
including her TV shows.
Okay, so what happened in 360, and why is Senua like the main one left somehow, or like she's been made? It like her importance has finally come to fruition somehow in.
Well, I think she's the one during Fallout, like at the end of Fallout, like she's crossed across all of these dimensions. She's like been building up an army of people, not an allergy.
An allergy.
And like she's tracking,
you and what allergy?
She's tracking through. She's tracking through this desert, and she faints. And in Pillars of Eternity, like on the final couple of episodes, they come across Senua, and like they fill her in on the rest of it, and so it's like Connectors 360 with most of the heroes being destroyed by the villains, and the villains now being overtaken by the prey organism.
Oh god, yeah.
She's like the one person who wasn't there during it, who's kind of like, I'm the one to lead. Like, I've
so
got,
she Captain
the only
Marvel's
people I have now is I have Age of Empires and Viva Pinata, which I'm going to save for like the Ex Machina at the end. But it's just me, the Pillars of Eternity crew, Minecraft, and I've got basically a battered Master
What if all the TV shows are left?
Battered Marcus.
Maybe you have like.
What if I thought Master Chief had died, and so had Gears. They're both dead.
Yeah, they're both dead.
I think
so it's just her. She's
what if it's just the TV show character? It's just Psychonauts, Battletoads. Wait, no, Battletoads. Psychonauts, Ori, Hellblade, Alexander the Great.
Well, maybe we call it Hellblade Xbox.
Hellblade Xbox. Hellblade Series X.
Hellblade Series X. where she's like, she's gone through the ringer, and she's like, I've got there's one of like maybe the villain of Battletoads, or whoever the villain of Hellblade is, they've survived out of all of them from the prey virus. She's like, I'm not strong enough to fight them off because I fought the other four, so I need to train the new generation. I have to train Minecraft Steve to take on the Dark Queen.
Look at what we've done.
Look at this. This is phenomenal. What a job we've done.
Look at that. Microsoft, get in touch. If you want us to Kevin Feige the fuck out of your next big money project, you know where to find us.
And once it's done, we've got Doom ready and prepped. Wolfenstein's in
Doom's
the
on the way. More
Dragon
Ori.
Ball's got a sequel coming up.
More Ori.
I have to do a Fable 4.
Yeah, Fable's probably. Fable gets away.
I feel like
with
Fable's the thing that like just never dies.
Yeah.
Just never dies.
Fable never dies. And for our TV series, Age of Empires never dies. It will turn up in phase 4.
Age of Empires is our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then...
We've got Dishonored, which will be getting a movie. Minecraft. Ori and the Blind. We've set it up very nicely, and we've still got like Elder Scrolls.
Not to mention, you're forgetting
well.
the real main character, which is Arbiter the Sunset Overdrive, which is
Arbiter, who's an up and coming
Arbiter
star.
the Sunset Overdrive.
We've still got another Psychonauts as well to go. Yeah. I think the addition of the TV shows has allowed us to be a lot more flexible. Yeah. It's come into play a lot more than I thought it was going to.
That's what Marvel really did wrong then. It's just
not enough TV shows.
Didn't integrate the two. They had films.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, like I mean, some of their TV shows were good TV shows, but they never had anything to do with anything. And I think what they're about to do is hopefully really clever, where they have like movie budget TV shows, because they always could have done it, and people would have watched them if they were going to be good. It's just like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was so much shitter than anything Marvel, like any film that Marvel would put out. So it's just uncomparable. Like, you can't by appreciating the existence of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you are actively reducing the quality of the MCU.
I just need
by incredible margins.
So I think honestly, we've done a banging job. Yeah.
You know what we have to do as a follow-up episode to this, on top of the All-Stars thing, we also need to go through and do a Rudd, Ruckelston, Eccleston, Brolin graph of these films.
We have a Battletoads, Master Chief.
Yeah.
Pillars of Eternity, something else graph.
It has to be the baddies. So you got to do like I don't fucking know. What's that? Who's that bad? Name a bad guy from Halo. I can't remember a single one.
The Moon.
General Ram.
Sorry.
General Ram. General Ram is in Killer Instinct as a player character from Gears of War. Sorry, not Halo. But General Ram from Gears of War, I know he's there. In the fifth one, I believe Cortana's gone evil, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She goes a bit crazy, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You
So
got
she
all,
could be
like,
the villain. Or that orb thing.
There's the anarchisty group, or whatever.
The orb dude. The Didact?
Yeah,
There's
I think
people.
so.
Something dumb.
People.
Anyway.
It'd be interesting if you have the 5 and then the
Stupid
6th
Halo.
one ends up being Cortana. After Master Chief's dead.
Yeah, maybe after Master Chief dies, Cortana.
We should do a Cortana film.
Cortana gets her
That's
own.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope a pandemic doesn't get in the way of us releasing that one. That would really suck.
She's the Black Widow.
Yeah, it really sucked for her. Yeah, I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of what we've
Well
done.
done, us.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great.
It's plug time.
So, hope you enjoyed our episode. If you want to see more from the Micro Cinematic Universe, get in touch with Phil Spencer of Microsoft and point him towards this video. Do you guys have anything to push? The only thing I have to push really is the Astrofish Twitch, but I've not really been able to do that recently because I was in hospital for like a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
But you're out of hospital now. Look.
I'm
Look
out
around
of hospital now, and look, I'm in this beautiful landscape, and all that's changed is this big pad where my heart is because they put a little bit of a chip next to it. Just to
That's
monitor
important.
It.
It helps.
Yeah.
It was an upgrade from Cyberpunk.
It's mainly if I faint again, then it'll tell them the details, and then.
Also, you I have to cut this section out now because we said figure it out in the comments where he's been cybered.
Yeah.
I might bleep it. Yeah. Yeah, I love that you've been upgraded to an actual real bedroom
no
with some ocean stuff going on.
Hole.
Yeah, I don't think it'll. I think it'll be a bit of a treat, but at the moment, because I'm recently joined the Android clan, I can't put up my green screen, so this will be it for the future. I think it's mainly when I'm not going to be here forever, so when I move, I will probably set up an actual background. But I got this for Christmas. I think it looks very nice. I set it up, and you can have a little tasty look at this room because I'm not going to be here for much longer, probably.
Soak it in, boys.
Soak it in.
Rehabilitation.
Don't worry, that lovely oil painting will be coming with me because I got given that. And
You cannot see it, but
you cannot
yeah.
see it. Don't worry, it's just colonialist ships sailing to America. You know,
that's what we want as our brand, isn't it?
History,
a nice healthy dollop of neo-colonialism on top. The three British white boys bringing rule Britannia. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not. It's too controversial. I'm not doing. We're not.
For the bloody Queen.
Don't wave the Queen at them. That's not. If you look, there's
out of date, and we lost all the territory. Thank you for watching the FTL1 podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.